Hi guys, welcome back to Lewis on Film. I am Lewis. Do not adjust your sets. Everything's fine. I've just had a slight reshuffle of my office this past week for upgrading some hardware and coming at you from a slight angle today, but this is a temporary thing. But of course I had to. It's Oscar week. The Oscars are this week. It's exciting. On Sunday, I'm very excited. I've just purchased the channel to watch the Oscars, as I do every year. I'm very excited. I'm really happy. However, a couple of things. First of all, I've decided to take a small break from the Oscars this week because I've been obsessing over the awards season, and there's been other films that have been released which are worth mentioning. So today I'm bringing you a couple of non-Oscar film reviews, and over the next few days I'm going to be doing the rest of the Oscar build-up. So keep your eye out for that, please. Also this week, I've got a message from a very kind message, I will say, from somebody who's a regular viewer, apparently. J for Journey, her name is. Thank you for your very kind review. And basically it says, Lewis, you started off really well, and you're now trailing off on a tangent. You're not concise, and you're umming and erring too much. Reel it in. So whatever you were doing in the first instance, go back to that. Thank you. Very kind. Sincerely, it was a very kind message. Thank you so much. Yes, you're probably very right. So I'm going to revert back to how I was doing it at the start. I've actually been trying to do it sort of off the top of my head. And the thoughts are all in there. They just mumble up a little bit. So I've got my bullet points here to bounce off of today. And today, then, we're going to look at Boss Level, that's just been released on Hulu. It's really good fun. Boss Level is a film which starts with our protagonist, who's played by Frank Grillo, and he's already inside this time loop. Time is constantly looping, and we open up in kind of like a game mode. Like, you know, yes, you can die, but you've got infinite number of lives. So you just keep on playing the game until you get it right, which is really good fun. But basically, Frank Grillo, he narrates his way through this sheer chaos of action, comedy, mystery that he's trapped in. Like I say, he's trapped in this time loop. And we, the audience, are treated to laughs, thrills, and surprisingly touching bit of popcorn fun. That's the story. Literally, that's the story. He's trapped in a time loop. There's lots of action, lots of thrills. He's got to survive the day for as long as he can and get to the end, the boss level, if you like. So that's the story. So the time loop sort of subgenre, it was forbidden ground for a long time, and the reason being, obviously, is because Groundhog Day was so sacred, as it was. And then all of a sudden, just sort of in the last few years, they've actually gone and tackled the territory. You know, we've had loads of them. We've had Happy Death Day 1 and 2, Edge of Tomorrow, Palm Springs, Before I Fall, to name just a few. But the odd thing is, I think, is that they've all actually been pretty good. All the ones I've seen have. And this film is no exception. And I think the reason that they work so well is because they are fully self-aware that they're ripping something off. And this film all too well knows it, and it just plays with it. But it's a great cast. You know, Frank Grillo, as I've said, his star is shining brightly at the moment. It took him a long time to get there, but his star is there now. Mel Gibson's in it, Naomi Watts is in it, Michelle Yeoh's in it. There's plenty to like about this movie, and by God, I've got no problem embracing it. And every single thing that's right with it, I think, is really good about it. It's a really fun, self-aware film, and by the same token, it isn't just fun because, let's face it, too much of a good thing makes you sick. But the film does take a breath every now and again, and every time it does, it takes a bit of time to explore some good ideas and to sort of warm the hearts of the audience, and which is a really nice touch. It's very nice to see. So the bad here, I guess, if we're going to be negative, is that the film, like I say, the film isn't new. It sure as hell isn't trying to be new, but it isn't. It is very overwritten at times. It's written and directed by Joe Carnahan, and the fact that it is at times overwritten, the conversations overstay their welcome, is very Joe Carnahan. I think that's his one major flaw. I think is that his scripts are too wordy and too scripty, and not in a good way. Aaron Sorkin is the perfect example here. You know, his scripts are all very wordy and very, and the conversations go on and on and on. But he finds a way to make them interesting. Joe Carnahan doesn't quite have that skill. It's a hard skill to have, but you know, I think one day he'll write something that's word perfect. He just isn't there yet, I think. But aside from that, the film is fine. It's lots of fun. It's lots of bang per buck. It's lots of crazy stunts, and I think you'll really enjoy it. So look, here's the thing: Boss Level is not afraid to be what it is. It's not ashamed whatsoever to just embrace that it's something a bit silly, something that could probably never happen, and it just runs with it. In fact, it's rather than being ashamed of it, it embraces it wholeheartedly, and for that very reason, it's very difficult to dislike. It's honestly very, very fun, very funny, good action, and Frank Grillo is a very, very cool leading man, and this is the coolest he's ever been. I really actually thought he was great in Driver, which was sort of 99% took place inside of two cars, and it's on Netflix if you haven't seen it. Really good escapism, 90 minutes, but this is his best performance without a shadow of a doubt. It may be a cliche, but I'm going to cliche it. You can enjoy this over and over and over and over again. Yes, it's a time loop film that you can enjoy over and over and over again, and you will. I'm very confident that this one's going to be a surefire hit, and people are going to be enjoying this one for a while. And like I say, Mel Gibson's in it, who's plays a really, really great evil character, and Naomi Watts, she's always fantastic. And I've got no problem with recommending this one. It's on Hulu. Go check it out. Called Boss Level. It's a great fun film.